Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Essential, and I'm your host Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today I want to share my favorite pumpkin recipe. I love pumpkin. Pumpkin is great because it's super filling, it's nutritious, it's easy to make, and it's also very cheap. This recipe itself is very, very easy to make. Very few ingredients too that go in it, and this is something you can make regularly and enjoy, especially I would say in those cold months. So the winter months, those that are in North America or Europe right now, might be kind of cold in the fall and the winter, and also even in the spring. I eat this in Bali where it's hot, but I still really enjoy it. So it's definitely one of those dishes you can pretty much enjoy year round, but really enjoy in the colder months. All right, so check it out. Before getting started, the first thing you're going to need to do is preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Here are the ingredients you're going to need, preferably organic. So you're going to need fresh pumpkin, fresh basil, garlic, sea salt, and either olive oil or ghee. You can also use coconut oil if you prefer. So now we'll prepare the ingredients for the dish. To prepare the pumpkin, we're going to scoop out all the inner seeds, and then we're going to chop off the outer skin, and then we're going to chop up the pumpkin into, I'd say, about 1 to 2 inch cubes. Okay, so here's the pumpkin with the outer skin removed and also the insides, all the seeds and everything removed. And then here it is when it's been chopped up. So they've been chopped up to, I'd say, about a 1 inch cube or 2 to 3 centimeters cube. For this recipe, you're going to want, I would say, about 3 to 4 cups of cubed pumpkin. Next, you want to peel about, I'd say, 7 or 8 cloves of garlic, which is probably half of a large head of garlic or even a full head of small garlic. Next, you're going to have your fresh basil, or your fresh basil, and pretty much what you want to do is remove the greens, the green leaves, from the stem, and you'll discard the stem and you'll keep the leaves. You pretty much need enough to chop up about 1/4 cup of fresh basil. And here's 1/4 cup of basil, all finely chopped up. Here's all the ingredients prepared. We've got 4 cups of cubed pumpkin, we've got 7 to 8 cloves of fresh garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, or you can use ghee, or you can use coconut oil. Coconut oil, I have to say, has a strong scent to it, so it really depends if that's what you like, and it is something you can use for this recipe. But if you don't want that overpowering coconut smell then or taste, you can just go with an olive oil or ghee. So that's 1 tablespoon of that, and then 1/4 cup of chopped up fresh basil. The first step of getting this recipe together would be to combine the salt, the oil, and the fresh basil. So you put them all into a bowl. So you would combine the basil, the salt, and the oil, and you would just stir it up. And then you combine all the ingredients. So that would be the pumpkin, the fresh garlic, and the basil, sea salt, and oil mixture. You would then toss it all together and just make sure that the pumpkin and the garlic do get coated by that oil. If you feel you need to add in a little bit more oil, that's fine. I find 1 tablespoon is adequate. I really find that you don't even need more than that. So, and it's kind of like the less oil you're using with your cooking, kind of the better. You just got to mix things really, really well and just make sure that overall it's got a little bit of like a base coat. You're then going to transfer the pumpkin onto a flat baking sheet, and you're going to put that in the oven. So here we have our lovely pumpkin, basil, and garlic. Looks delicious. Now we get to try it. And it's super yummy. Definitely try this. One thing that I suggest when you're cooking it is to wait towards the end of sort of the cooking session in order to mix the pumpkin and the garlic around. So if you're cooking it for 40 to 45 minutes, I would say at the 35-minute mark, just open up the oven and just move the pumpkin pieces around a little bit so that you can cook sort of the other side of the pumpkin cubes. Don't do it earlier, because I find if you sort of mix around the pumpkin sort of in the beginning of cooking it, pumpkin tends to sort of break apart. And so more towards the end, when it's been fully cooked through, it's easier to mix it around without it falling apart, so you can get nice roasted pumpkin pieces, chunks and cubes, as opposed to just this broken up mush or mess. So that's if you want to. Of course, you can just cook it just straight for 40 to 45 minutes. Don't even touch it while you're cooking it. And how you'd know it'd be done is that the garlic would be fully cooked through. So that's the roasted garlic pieces. They should be cooked all the way through. The garlic takes much longer to cook through than the pumpkin does. So once the garlic's done, then you know it's done. All right, so do try this out. The full recipe with the measurements and all the instructions is on today's blog post at radiantcentral.com/blog. I also want to mention to everyone too that the next 10-day juice fasting program, it starts next week, next Tuesday, March 4th. It's a 10-day juice fast, and I host this juice fasting program every month. It's an online program. People from all over the world sign up. They do it together for 10 days. Once you sign up, you get pretty much all the instructions on how to do the juice fast, and also how to transition on and off the fast, with also a menu and instructions and explanation with that. And for the duration of the 10-day program, it's an online program, so you get access to a private online forum. You get to meet everyone that's doing the juice fast with you, so it's a lot of fun. You get support and everything. And I've made videos for the program specifically to walk you through the 10 days and give you additional support and motivation, and explain sort of the whole juice fast and what to expect as you're going through it day to day. So each of the videos for the 10-day juice fasting program is about 20 to 40 minutes long, and it goes through a lot. And it's just a great program. It's a lot of fun to do as a group. Everyone enjoys it. And I'm on the forum every day answering any questions or anything that anyone needs. So if you are interested or you want to get more information, you can go to my website at radiantcentral.com. Click on products and you'll see a 10-day juice fasting program there. All right, so it starts next Tuesday, March 4th. Have a super fabulous day, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.